Welcome back to 20 to 1, brutal sights in history you love to hate. If you had mixed feelings and missed the start of the countdown, then here's a quick peek at what you missed. At number 20, it's fun on display in Guantanamo Bay. Lock up your daughters, lock up your wives. At number 19, it's the Fritz Sex Dungeon. Number 18, it's game over for Columbine students. It's the witch trials of Salem at number 17. At 16, it's Trouble in Paradise at Port Arthur. The sequel wasn't as good as the original in the Bali bombings at 15.
It's a bomb!
At number 14, one angry man from Huron country. It's a never-ending battle for the Holy Land in the Gaza Strip at number 13. And beating all of them into 12th place is a sight that was good, bad, mad and terribly entertaining to watch.
Oh shit, left! Left! Turn this big motherfucker left, Troy!
Crashing its way into our top 12 is the New York Trade Center. Two buildings which only became architecture after they were destroyed.
Well, that hit the spot.
Created by simple ethnic misunderstandings between the Igbos and the Biafra Republic in the late 60s, the site of Hausa, Nigeria, had suddenly erupted into a full-blown battleground during an independence declaration.
People being shot, people being blown up, people being shot again.
You know how they say the streets ran red with blood? Man, that was a huge understatement. The streets were a rainbow of organs.
And what an amazing celebration of evil it is.
Stabbing its way into 10th place is the Colosseum. Used to host a selection of deadly gladiatorial games and battles for the Roman citizens, the Colosseum's flavour ranged anywhere from sword and sandal close combat to cage animal mayhem. The site became an icon of bloodshed, gore, power, and something to do on a Sunday afternoon, if there were no movies on.
And he poked him in the arm and he just kind of pulled it out. It was terribly gory.
The Colosseum is one of the longer-lasting places of power that has managed to prevail as a symbol of human atrocity. In 2009, Nickelback used the site to film their music video, Gotta Be Somebody, with the quality of the instrumentation evidently bad enough to not only inflict sheer musical agony, but destroy sections of the building itself. I hope you've taken your meds, because the doctors at Unit 731 are in 9th spot. Responsible for producing some of the most notorious war crimes in history, the site of Unit 731 in Harbin, Japan, has prescribed staggering human casualties as a result of twisted medical and warfare experimentation from 1937 to 1945. The site specialised in unorthodox treatments.
And sort of slashing into people and doing horrible things and guts spilling out all over the place and all that sort of thing.
Like, they cut the person open and then like mashed potato and tomato sauce comes out.
Many of the scientists in Unit 731 went on to prominent careers in academia, business and medicine. If you're lucky, you just might see a familiar face or two. Here's someone who took the Bran challenge to the extreme. At number 8, it's the Bran Castle and its most bloodthirsty inhabitant, Vlad the Impaler. Built with the help of some forced labour, the site became home to eradicated old boyars and the invading Ottoman forces. And according to some rumours, Vlad single-handedly killed nearly 80,000 people himself.
There was impaling, burning, boiling and skinning.
But how come one man take on so many people?
At number 7, it's the place that stole the hearts of many. It's the Aztec Temple in South America. a brutal ceremony that took place there, forever staining the stairs of the temple with the blood of innocents. More than 80,000 people took part in this morning ritual. Pilates wasn't invented at this point, ladies.
Just thought, this cannot go on another week, and it would.
Just unbelievable.
It's such a nasty piece of work.
Welcome back to 20 to 1. Just missing out on tonight's top 5 in our countdown at 6th place is a city that went off with a bang. Hiroshima. Making history at 8:15, August 6, 1945, the Japanese city of Hiroshima became the first city to be razed by a nuke. The site of Hiroshima also claims the title of most buildings destroyed by a bomb in one place in one go.
Now that's bad luck.
At number 5, it's the killing fields in Cambodia. After coming to power in the 1970s, the Khmer Rouge government, like any self-respecting tyrannical regime, decided to dispose of the people with conflicting political views. The result? A brutal slaughter of 200,000 people.
No violence is justified, but it's understandable in some circumstances why it happens.
The site has become a tourist attraction with bones and teeth surfacing after floods to be picked up by tourists.
Okay, I was there last summer and it was totally great.
Nasty, nasty, nasty piece of work.
What's in common between good coffee and genocide? At number 4, it's the Red Terror of Addis Ababa, the blood-stained Ethiopian city with over 500,000 citizens being hunted down and killed during the violent political campaigns against their opponents.
So vile and so sadistic and so cruel.
I'm telling you, there were bodies everywhere.
It was an element of control, I guess.
When we come back, it's the top 3 brutal sites. Welcome back to 20 to 1 as we reach our top 3 brutal sites we love to hate. And taking a well-deserved 3rd place on the winner's podium is the infamous African site of inhuman brutality. Slicing and dicing its way into 3rd place, it's Rwanda, the kind of killing and raping of 100 days Macky Sall would be proud of.
When you absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitute.
Out of all that devastation, all that brutality, a few people still took the time to go and rape some people.
After the assassination of Rwanda's president, tensions between 2 local ethnic groups escalated, after which the violence reached a point of genocidal proportions. No one was spared, even in places of sanctuary.
Then what the fuck is that?
And taking a well-deserved 2nd place on the winner's podium is a tiny camp in Soviet Russia that could and would terrorize the hell out of those who dwelled there. The Gulag political prisoner camp in Siberia. Gulag housed a wide range of heartwarming characters, from petty criminals to political prisoners. The Gulag is recognized as a major instrument of political repression. But tonight's most despised site comes from a little-known place in Poland. Ethnically cleansing itself into the 1st spot is the place of the utmost dedication to mass extermination, the concentration camp of Auschwitz. It all started with the coming to power of one of the most enigmatic personalities in modern history, Adolf Hitler.
Jews, this project, its failure will be your demise and the end of Germany, Poland. You have been chosen. Retire!
My teacher? Yes, Lord Hitler? My desk is small. I need this Polish boy's desk also.
I loved and hated him for a long time, but he's such an essential character.
He's sort of repulsive on many different levels.
Homophobic, misogynist, and racist. That's all you need. He was just such a strong character, such a dynamic, you know, you knew where he stood on anything.
A deadly combination of power and questionable opinions on race and ethnicity led to what is often considered the worst crime against humanity, the Holocaust.
very interesting story, let me tell you. I was in a concentration camp. You never even suffered 1 minute in your life compared to what I went through.
Will be permanently ripped open. Think of it like a...
Besides gassing and cremating, there were also some very disturbing medical experiments performed by Dr. Mengele, known as the Angel of Death.
There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate.
Just thought, this cannot go on another week. And it would.
Did you ever see our show? It was called the Holocaust.
Massacre. Shouldn't laugh.
Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's celebration of brutal places around the world. Join us again next time for another 20 to 1. Until then, good night.
On our next 20 to 1, it's sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Did you ever see our show? It was called the Holocaust.